Good morning. So yesterday, which was Sunday, I went to a pop-up event in Bridgeport, Connecticut, promoted by Black Wall Street, I guess, of Connecticut. And I was a vendor there. You know, I'm an author of a children's book, Ayana's Flying Saucer Sighting, and I also create and sell journals, you know, available on Amazon, as you know, Rowena Campbell journals. Anyway, while I was there, I saw a box, like, you know, those decorative box, or they call them huts or so, where you can leave a book or take a book. You know, they have these decorative boxes to promote literacy, to promote community. And you know what I did? I left one of my book, and I felt so complete, even though it wasn't as successful as I thought it would be by selling, you know, sales. I was fulfilled that I was able to leave a book for someone. I autographed it myself, mind you, and I left it there for somebody, or some little one, or parent or child, whatever, to take it and read it, and maybe bring it back so someone else could read it. It's called Ayana's Flying Saucer Sighting. I'm going to leave a picture in the link of what it looks like in that little decorative box. They call it Little Free Library. That's how it started, but people put it at their home and wherever they are, for community. All right, but I felt proud of myself, and I felt fulfilled that I was able to give something back to the community. Okay, anyway guys, happy Monday to you. Hope you had a great week ahead, and looking for a great weekend, and looking towards a great week ahead, productive and, you know, getting things done. Anyway guys, without further ado, we're gonna listen to another episode of Word of Roses, aired on 103.5 KTU with Hollywood, Hamilton, and Marie, brought to you by me, Rowena Explores. Yes, come on in guys while we listen. Hopefully this one is gonna be a new one, something where we could learn from as well, something where we can, you know, something where people could come together and not tear apart. We're tired of this tearing apart, but this is what Word of Roses is. It's a place where we lure them with the roses, red roses, and we catch them in the act of cheating. If you're a cheater, we catch you. Yes, Marie and Hollywood. Anyway guys, let's listen in without further ado to Word of Roses, brought to you by me, Rowena Explores with a Z. So it's ROWENA EXPLOREZ. So subscribe, share, and leave your comment for this Word of Roses segment. Hold on guys, it's time. Right.
And now the Hollywood Hamilton Show and the KTU Morning Crew presents
War of the Roses.
Here we go.
Here
Today
we go,
again,
guys.
War of the Roses brought to you by...
Come on in, it's time. Tell your friends it's starting, so let's go. Let's see if there's gonna be any cheater catching any cheaters. Slow-mins. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we've been down this road before with other couples. Marie, I want you to say hello to Shaban. He's on the phone with us right now. What is that?
It's Shaban.
Shaban. I don't know where I got Shaban.
Did you mess up the name?
Shaban.
I don't know. I didn't
Write it down.
It says
Shaban.
SHABUM. Shabam.
No, it's with N. Shaban.
Shaban.
Anthony,
B-U-N.
come to the mic.
Shaban.
Come to the mic.
Yes.
There's no M.
No M.
I mean, you're probably
N.
pronouncing it wrong.
No, I know, but there's no M. There's already
Oh, I wrote it wrong. That's my fault. I apologize. That's my fault.
Shaban.
Why do you want to be on War of the Roses, sir? Tell us what's going on with yourself.
Well, so me and my wife, we married 11 years. Unfortunately, things not so interesting like they were in the beginning. And we didn't want to get a divorce. Sexually, there's no more attraction there. So we come
you know, a lot of marriages go through something called the 7-year itch. In fact, that was a very famous movie.
It's not always going to be hot in bed there.
I feel like, things changed around that time, around 8 years within the relationship.
Right.
Okay.
So we have an agreement that once a year we can see someone else, but I have a strong feeling she's doing it maybe a couple of times a year, if not
Okay, whoa, wait, okay, stop.
That's a lot to
Hold on.
digest here.
So you
go
both
back.
agreed on allowing
Once
each other
a
to have
year?
an affair once a year?
Yes, but the agreement was, to make it clear to the other person that she is forbidden to see this person outside that one time.
Whoa.
How long is it?
Shaban. What about you?
Is this a mutually agreed upon? No more contact after you've had the affair?
Yes, and it's supposed to be protected sex, and the other party is supposed to be clear that there's nothing to be of it after.
That's it? That's how you guys get your jollies?
I wouldn't say jollies is the word.
How long?
We started this 3 years ago. I feel like the plan was working fine, but lately I feel more distance. So the agreement was we were to do this only when we go on vacation to help keep it so that we are not pursuing it any further.
Okay.
But
Okay.
this third year, I have a feeling the guy was closer to home.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'm not sure if she met somebody on the trip that maybe lived close,
That lived
or
close by.
maybe she made a connection with somebody that's closer to home, but maybe she forgot that she was forbidden.
Forbidden.
Right.
Forbidden.
What about you, big fella?
I know.
How are you doing? How are you doing with this once a year
Well,
thing?
it seems
Are
like
you
it'd be
supposed to?
one-sided. But it
Yes.
doesn't say we were both forbidden.
Well, I'm not the one who's under suspicion, but I do my part.
Okay.
What does that
so
mean?
You
You do your part.
participate in this. This
All my
exchange.
business happened on vacation. I have stuck with the rules of engagement.
Yeah. Where are you from, by the way? You mind if I ask you what your where you come from?
I'm from Kosovo. My family came here in the
Okay.
early 90s.
All right. We're going to call Brittany, who is obviously Brittany didn't come from Kosovo, right? Brittany is,
The name is
unless
English.
her name was Britannia. Is that her?
Is that different? Did we spell it wrong?
Brittany.
So one of the problems is my culture. We typically marry within the culture, and I made a big exception.
And did your mom and dad say you are forbidden? Did they forbid you to marry Brittany, or how did that turn out?
Actually, they no longer speak to us.
Oh,
Sorry to hear
no.
that.
Definitely forbidden.
He ate from the forbidden tree.
Anthony, you're talking a lot today. Really, you really.
I know, sorry. I apologize.
Sorry. All right.
Okay.
One last question. Shaban, when was the last time Brittany took her vacation?
3 months ago.
Okay.
All right.
3
All
months.
right. Okay. Let's see what Marie's gonna cook up.
Hello.
Hi, I'm calling for Brittany.
Hi,
This is Brittany.
Hi, Brittany. How are you? My name is Marie, and I'm calling from redroses.com. We have a dozen long stem roses for you today, and I just need you to confirm some information. Do you have a moment? Okay, thank you so much. Like I said, you have some free roses coming today. We get a list of names from various stores that you've shopped at, and we pick one randomly. Your name is who we chose. We give you a dozen long stem roses free of charge. You don't have to pay for shipping or handling. I'm not going to ask you for a credit card, no personal information.
Correct.
The only thing we ask in return for these free flowers is that you talk about us to your friends, neighbors, family, social media, if you have Facebook or Instagram.
Does this mean that I have to post something on social media about the roses?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Rowena
just the
Explores.
roses, the
Hmm.
company, your experience, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Hello?
Not
Because they come in a
Yeah.
gorgeous crystal vase,
I was looking
Baccarat
for my
crystal.
vase.
I don't know. Are you into Baccarat?
Do I have to post about it though? I don't really want to post about it.
How about word of mouth?
Okay.
Am I able to send them out of state?
Sure.
Sure, you can send them out of state. You can send them to anybody. You can send them to your boyfriend.
Stop that,
I don't know
Marie.
if you're married.
Come on. Why you
Somebody
say
that you're maybe sleeping around with,
Hold on a second.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not really that type of girl.
I'm sorry?
I'm married.
That's great.
Why
So
Marie
do you
would
want to
say
send the
that?
roses to your husband or the guy that you have been sleeping with?
What?
The guy in state or the guy out of state? Because you just said
You should have just let her.
asked me if we
You
send
should have just
flowers
let
out of
her.
state.
Let her.
Is this
do
your
what she's
husband
doing.
that you're sending
You
the roses
screwed
to,
up
or
right there,
someone
Marie.
that you had your affair with that you're allowed once a year, but you're continuing to sleep with him anyway? Would it be that guy that you're married to, or the guy
Wait,
that
what's going
you're?
on here? Who
Come
is
on,
this?
because you screwed
is
up,
this? What
Marie.
is this?
You should have just let
Siobhan,
her
are you
say
there?
who it
Siobhan, you want to
is.
say hi?
Brittany.
You
Why don't
dropped the
everybody
ball.
say hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Brittany, you still keep in touch with that guy?
All right.
What guy?
Exactly.
Okay, all right, Brittany.
Exactly.
My name's Sean Hamilton. I'm a radio
What guy?
personality here in New York. And
Maurice,
you're on something called War of the
just piss
Roses.
me off.
You've been speaking with Marie. She's my partner. She's not with the Rose
I'm
Company.
done
She's
with
actually,
this one.
She's actually, she's on the
Exactly.
radio here in the morning on KTU. And Siobhan, your husband called, and this is a cheater show. You sent the roses to your husband. I think I'm a little confused here. What's happening? Siobhan's been on the phone the entire time. He called us, telling us about your arrangement that you've been having with Siobhan, your husband, for the last 3 years. He has suspicions of you continuing a relationship with a man that you possibly just saw 3 months ago.
First of all, it's awful to call me a cheater when this is something that we both agreed on.
Correct.
Once a year.
I'm not
Right.
comfortable being on the radio.
Yeah, well, in a minute,
Well, I'm not
Siobhan, hold on. Let me tell her something. This is very important. I don't want her hanging up. After this phone call, we are going to offer you an incentive. If you decline our incentive, we're not allowed to put you on the radio. Your marriage is in jeopardy. You might want to iron it out now and not just hang up. But so for the hell of it, why don't we just listen to what Siobhan has to say, because he's got problems with you.
Yes.
The jealousy of a situationship that you brought up that you wanted once a year, like this is ridiculous. This is what you wanted. I'm doing
Yeah, but now
what you
you-
wanted me to do.
The agreement was to not keep in touch with these people. Who's out of state? Which state? You went to the Grand Canyon with your girls, and apparently you have a grand old time with this guy.
You honestly think I would leave my girls? My friends don't know about what we decided to do. That's embarrassing.
They don't know. That's
I
interesting.
don't trust your friends.
I would never hear the end of it if I had to tell my friends that I have an open marriage.
Okay,
Wow.
then did you do your one-man affair session this year already, or not yet?
Siobhan, you know where I was going to send the flowers? I was going to send them to your parents who don't speak to us anymore. That's where I was going to send them.
That's
out of
why
state.
Marie dropped the ball there. We
They don't
cannot
speak
say
to us because of
nothing.
you.
Oh.
Marie
Siobhan, what
should
does
have
that
waited
mean, because
until
of
she
you?
sent it out of
In my
state to
culture,
somebody.
to marry outside the culture is not always accepted, and I
Yeah, but
made
you
the
can't
exception.
blame Brittany for that. It was
Right,
a
guilt
it's
her
neutral.
out.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Yeah.
Don't guilt Brittany out over that. That was your decision.
Maybe it was better not to make that decision.
Oh,
I'm
After
quickly
11
becoming
years.
a Brittany fan now.
yeah.
We promised not to discuss what we do once a year. We promised not to talk about it. And you go on your little trips with your friends. I don't even bring that up to you. I don't even ask you what you're doing when you're there because I already know. I know you go a day early or stay a day late. I already know that, but I don't bring it up to you.
Moving forward, you're forbidden to talk to my mother.
Okay.
I hate
She
the word
doesn't
forbidden. I
talk
hate
to
that you
her
use it
anyway.
so much.
Yeah, what?
I don't want to continue this game anymore. You are forbidden from your girls' trips.
No. No. See,
Can't
this
do
isn't
that.
even something that
It's
I know. I
communication.
knew I needed, but now I know that this is what's keeping me sane. So I'm forbidding you to forbid me to actually do things that make me happy. So
What is happening?
You're not allowed, Siobhan.
Siobhan, you have been forbidden to forbid her.
Yes.
You cannot forbid her any longer.
Any longer.
You are now
We are
forbidden.
forbidding
We're striking
you
that
from
word.
forbidding anyone.
I didn't call to be ridiculed and laughed at. I forbid it.
You forbid it. Yes.
Okay.
I forbid you to say that word
Do
forbidden,
you
Siobhan.
understand?
I don't
Yes,
even,
loud and clear.
1-800-245-1035. Should she be forbidden to continue this escapade with the ladies once a year?
Nah.
Help us, people. Help
We
us.
forbid you to call us and
Yes.
tell us what you think.
No.
We'll hear the
we want them to call.
updates. No, we want him to call back for the updates.
You cannot
No, we can't
Don't
forbid.
forbid them to do anything. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys. Can you imagine relationships that are out there and what they have agreed upon in their or the terms they agree with? This family, this relationship, this 11 years from Kosovo, he says, from Shaban. And he allowed or agreed with the wife. I guess it's his thought and he put it to her, and they all agreed that once a year when they go away on vacation, they would see other people and have sexual intercourse. Condoms or what condoms should be used, protect yourselves. And he agreed upon it. But I guess he wants to forbid it now. I don't know. But that's their relationship. Who are we to not like it? Yeah, we can not like it, but who are we to judge? They agreed upon it. It's with their terms. And he said that they told the persons who they're going to be involved with that this is a one-time thing, like, while I'm here on vacation, we could do this. But after that, there's no communication. However, Shaban believes that Brittany break that agreement and is communicating with the person or someone who she met while on her vacation this year. I was so mad. You could see it in my face when Marie is crazy. She's dumb. I'm sad, sorry to say, because I love her so much. But today, and this were the roses, she dropped the ball. She should have waited until that girl, when she said, can I send the flowers out of state? She should have waited until the girl say who she's gonna send it to. Come on, Marie, be more spontaneous. Be more improvise, you know. As soon as she said out of state, you should have said, oh yes, who you want to send it to, because you knew Shaban wasn't out of state. So you right away, you know it's not Shaban he said she's gonna send it to. So let her drop the name, let her drop the relation she have with this person out of state. Now you just put it in her mouth. Or you could send it to your husband or whatever. Oh my gosh, she could say anything. And yes, now she said it's for the parents that lives out of state. So how do we know she's lying? How do we know? We don't know. We can only assume based on what she's saying. They went on a Grand Canyon trip, all girls, but here she's saying that they don't know. Her girlfriends don't know about the agreement she have with her in her marriage. And if they know, who knows what they're going to look at her as they have an open relationship. He now is backpedaling, saying basically he's having regret, saying I shouldn't have married her out of my culture. Maybe in her culture they're more strict. Maybe in her culture, not hers, his culture, they have more rigorous or more submissive, more. The forbidden word is used so many times. I was counting and I stopped count. I stopped counting after a while, but he used that word forbidden so many times as if women are forbidden to not do certain things, or women are forbidden. If the husband say it's forbidden, then it's forbidden, and the woman have to listen to the what's forbidden by the husband, who is forbidding her to not do the thing. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this one? Should Brittany stop going to these trips with her friends? Maybe when she go on these trips, she don't even do anything. Maybe she just, as she said, it's just a peace of mind for her. It's a group where she get away and just be happy, be away from this craziness. I don't hear anything about children involved. 11 years, I would imagine there's a child, but nothing is about children. And the way how Shaban is narrating his stories, that it sounds like he wants out. He wants to leave the marriage. I believe they should come together. I believe they should talk. I believe they should see a therapist, a counselor, a marriage counselor, someone who is professional is dealing with marital issues, I believe that's who they should talk to, and maybe try to get some kind of relationship with the parents. I know he said that they don't talk to them anymore because I don't know if it's because he married out of the culture, or maybe he was forbidden to do something which he did anyway, the exception. But I believe at this point, communication is the key. If they can't go about it, he said something like no divorce or something like that, right? Something of that nature about the no divorce. So maybe in their culture they are forbidden to divorce. So he's just going with the flow. Let me know, guys, I'm gonna see what the culture is when it comes to marriage in Kosovo, and maybe put it in the chat. But apart from that, hope all is well. Have a great week ahead. It's gonna be a beautiful day, even though it's on the cool side, but we don't mind. Sun is shining. Go out there, guys. Have a great day. Stay blessed and be productive. This is Rowena Explorer. Say, see you tomorrow. Bye. And remember, what would be the teaching moment here? Just think about the implications of what you're agreeing upon. Think about how it will affect you and your relationship in the long run. Pencil it out, details and all of that stuff. If you're not in agreement with it, then don't go for it. It's okay to say no. I mean, she's doing it to save her marriage or to make Siobhan happy. But in yourself, if you're not that type of person, then don't go for it. Keep your sanity, keep your mental health. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. What are your thoughts? Leave it down below. And remember to subscribe to my channel. This is Rowena Explorers with a Z. ROWENAEXPLOREZ. Saying, see ya. Bye. See you tomorrow.